All right, it looks like I think everything should be connecting. So let's see. We are back again today. I know somebody asked me about 2 days ago if I was going to be streaming, and at the time I was not because I was not around my computer. I was actually in New York City. My little cousin had come down to visit me, and we were spending the day in New York City. But I'm back now, and I went ahead. Somebody left a comment and told me to try using this software called Space Desk, and we're gonna go ahead and try to give it a go. I'm gonna try to size it up a little bit better here. Let's see, I don't really need that top or that bottom. So right there, and let's hope that it keeps me sustained when I hop over to. Yep, that all looks good to me. Okay, so yeah, I downloaded this Space Desk app for my laptop and downloaded the app for my iPad also. And it's just letting me use my iPad as a secondary screen, which is awesome for me right now. And I think where I left off on my configuration before was trying to see if I can get multiple dashboards to work. And I've decided to kick rocks on that idea because it wasn't working out for me. And let's see. I've got two pending updates here. Let's see if we can get these updated and going. I didn't really notice that before I started this video. But fingers crossed that it doesn't take too long. And although it won't be connected to what I have going on over here right now while it's updating, I'm just going to pull that up and give you an overview while that updates in the background. So this is just my home view. I tend to number them so that they stay in the specific order that I want them in. Um, I think by default it'll start putting them in alphabetical order if you don't number them. So one home YAML, two weather YAML. It's just a bit easier for me to keep up with. And let's see. Everything for me is built off of a picture elements card. And for that home view, we're starting off with a clock, some custom state elements. This is just a quick overview before I get into what I actually want to do here. Um, State elements for some time sensors that I have set up. Boolean icon for an alarm. We've got some media selections here, so I can hop back and forth between my TV and my Sonos or whatever other media device that I have in that specific room. This is just like the next icon, it just displays what media thing is selected. Um, have that base menu bar that I want there at the bottom, and just the different things that I have stacked on top of it. And let's see where we are. Unknown arrow C supervisor. If neither one of these things updates, it's not that big of a deal for me right now. Okay, so just doesn't look like right now it's the right time to update. It looks like I have some kind of other errors going on. But let's hop over to our home view and see what we have to fix here. So attribute temperature does not exist in entity weather.home. Let's see if that's true. Weather.home. Well, the other way I know that it can't be true is because we pulled that info. Let's see. Let's hop over to the templates. at statesweather.home. I know there's a particular way where you can see all the attributes for something. It's just the default thing. Once again, if you're on here, you'll know that there are moments that I go quiet. I'm actually setting up my own personal home assistant. Um, the look and feel of it and everything. So it's gonna take me some time to figure out exactly how I'm gonna do certain things, how Logic's gonna work out with certain things. It's not like everything that I'm running into is something that I've already solved. Should I go template attributes? That's not what I want, but I'm trying to see if I can see where. Well, this is rather peculiar for me because I know, at least I recall having it working the other day. Okay, so the actual state is unknown. Why is that? I wonder if this has something to do with they were saying that they were having some errors with that the cloud. So I'm wondering if this has some things to do with the cloud. And if it does, then I think that I would like to see if there's another weather app to get my info from that wouldn't be blocked by the Home Assistant cloud server Nabu potentially going off. Hmm. And once again, I have not read the release notes, so I'm not about to spend 10 years over here trying to figure this out. I'm sure if I read the release notes, um, I would definitely be able to see and tell exactly what's going on. But I just haven't. So let's hop back into the dashboard. I just took that over to the side so I could kind of look into some more of my personal stuff. But So I think that's part of one of the things that I want to work on next. Right here, I just need words. I can't grab that from that. I should be able to grab it from GitHub. How are you guys knowing about just displaying static text? Hmm. I'm sorry, sometimes I'll go off on a tangent on GitHub looking at other people's stuff. It's a very, very great thing to do. Let's go see if I'm following anyone that has some cool stuff. Really wish Snips would come back. Heartbroken that it's gone. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Thomas always has some great stuff, always has had great stuff. It's just like a regular markdown card that I'm looking for, maybe. Mm, see. State label, maybe? This element represents an entity state via text. This actually may be exactly what I was looking for with the custom card. Then I can prefix and suffix. Yeah, I think state label is exactly what I was looking for. Let's see, let's find. I'm sorry about the hiccups there. If this works, then it's just one less thing that I have to load or go looking for or worry about if it breaks or doesn't work. That clock 24-hour time, state label. Hmm, looks perfect. So it looks like that's a card that I can drop from having. And every once in a while I like to open this up, hop in, see exactly what's going on here. Show more info. State label element. Yep. So it looks like I don't actually need to use that state elements card anymore, that custom state elements card. And I mean, does it Is it that big of a deal? I hope not, but it's just me not depending on one more custom something or another that could end up getting dropped or not maintained. I've actually taken a break off of Home Assistant for a while because this particular cord stopped working and so much of my configuration is built on it. Does it state? Let's see if that one lets us do attributes also. Yep. So then the attribute just becomes another drop down. So let's see. And we'll save that. Up over here. Let's close this out and reload all of this. Fingers crossed that we don't have any problems. There we go. So I can officially chuck and get rid of that custom card. And like I said, it's really great for me because first off, it was a pain to get to work on my system. Don't know why, but it would not work when I was nested into any kind of folder. And secondly, if you know dealing with any kind of custom card, is if one thing goes wrong with it, you are screwed. If something gets updated in Home Assistant, but something in that card doesn't get maintained, like you're just out of luck. Too bad for you. Right here, I think I just wanted to say settings. We got all of that changed, but nothing changed. Oh, once again, hop into this inspector so we can take a look at some of this stuff. Yep, state label element. So yep, that's perfect. We can close that up, and this is not about to function for me anytime soon. I don't have a smart thermostat set up here. This living room setup. That's gonna get a whole lot more complex for me. A kind of alarm ready system. Saying I'm home, it hasn't clicked in that my husband's home yet. We're all home actually. And that kind of grinds my gears a little bit. Once again, I think it's a situation where the online service or whatever hasn't updated his location from when he got home from work. So I think I can hop into my helpers. And Okay, I can just edit the helpers there. I can't tell them all. I wish I could. That would be smart. If I could just come here. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. If I could just come here and tap this thing on, it'd be really freaking great. I need to like Boolean. If I could do something 100 times and it really not click, and I'd have to do it that 101st time. Input Boolean turn on. Why it no do the right thing? Like Spike Lee. Let's see. Alright, that didn't do what I wanted it to do, so let's hop on over. Mm. Here's my bit complicated ass logic here. So input Boolean. Okay, home status. Var Tony equals home. There. Set that state. Are we still at no? Can we not even call states right now? This whole thing may be a bust. Let's go down here to my var templates. So let's even see someone home. Has Tony home 40 minutes ago. My home status is set to Ashley. What's that var 20 based off of? Okay, so person Tony Mason says one of those two things. Let's go see what person Tony Mason said. Hmm. So it had him right for a while. Okay. So I'm able to still call services. I was just wondering if that was going to work. And it does. Let's see. think I want to take a look at actionable notifications. Can't right now. Not hooked up to my phone service. Mhm. So I guess I'll add it to my notes. This is a bunch of notes from the video I didn't have sound. Um, so I'm a stay-at-home mom now, and I want to add a notification to ask me if my son is with me when I leave the house. Um, and I guess I want the options there to be obviously yes slash no, and then kind of if no, then ask is Cam with. I don't know why I capitalized on that. So my son's probably gonna always be with either me or my husband, so I kind of want this logic in notifications. So let's see how I can step through that, or if I can step through that. I think I just want to start off with an empty. So where's Cam? Hmm. Okay, so I want it to be triggered by what happens if I say geolocation? Zone home. When I leave the home area, I want it to be triggered. Right now, I can't really think of a condition. Move the device. Send a notification. And I'm just going to take a second on my actual phone to go ahead and log in with my internal connection here. Just bear with me. I know that notification isn't actionable yet, but I'll see if I can just add that in. Oh, yes. It's still here. I'm just trying to get this open. Okay. All right. I guess I'll do like a quick screen recording. I don't really want to share my phone over. But see if you guys can just hear it drop down. There you go. It just says locate Cam. Is Cam with you? Should probably put a question mark on the end of that. And now let's see how to make notifications actionable. Okay, title, subtitle, message. Action. Title URL. Okay, click action. Let's see how that holds. They're saying that it's not allowed, but I know it's probably nested in some stuff. Okay, so we're in the data. That's where title, everything else is. Nope, we need another data. Does my click action have to have a URL? Hmm. I think I would appreciate it if I could just get it to toggle and input boolean would be great. So I try to spend speech to text notifications. Sounds, badge, interruption level. So for this specific one, I think I'd want that interruption level to be think I want that interruption level to be critical. I need to know where my child is. Let me do it here. Yay. It does. Right now, I'm just checking to see what some of my other automations look like. Um, in YAML. I want to do where is Cam, but of course, when something doesn't work the way that you time sensitive, that's really cool. I think for the moment, I'm just gonna copy all of this. Paste it in and see if I can get it to work at all. Notify mobile app. Let's see exactly what mine is in my call service. And this video is not going to be long at all. It's the end of the night, and I'm going to drive to the airport tomorrow. So, data, title, message. Probably need to scooch this over. Nope, that's still not it. Alright. That right there is probably about the end of me trying to edit. Let's see, show trace. Maybe this is what I need. Everyone is saying that this trace makes things run more smoothly. So can I add something onto here? Maybe? Or is this just to look at it? Okay, here we go. Actionable notification to locate action, the device, domain, message. So then if I grab this, can I edit here or not? Oh man. Nope. Okay, so that's one thing that I would really like is if I could actually edit the automation here instead of just looking at it. That would be sweet. If I could edit the automation in this view at all. Can I? No. Okay, so yeah, if I have this view where I can see kind of nodes coming off and identify a problem, then I want to be able to edit in this view. I want to be able to see another line pop off or pop down as I'm typing in here um, once I complete a section. That would be sweet. But until then, it looks like I'm going to be continuing to code more complex automations just in the regular old YAML. And that kind of sucks. This is my tester out of a menu card. That one right there wasn't working out very well for me. But I see a lot of people doing this, making their menu card and then just having that background change. But I've got so much information that I need to put here. Let's see if I like that. Let's test something out here. Let's go back to home. And I think I want to pull a conditional card. It seems like I'm all over the place. It's because I am. Once again, this is very much just me kind of doing my own thing. A whole lot more than me trying to walk anyone through exactly what they need to be doing to get the exact results that I have. Nobody wants the exact results that anyone else has. Um, let's go. What's this? Let's grab the conditional card. Type conditional conversion. Entity switch state on. Entity switch state off. Entities. Okay. Not 1,000% sure on that. That's how I'm going to want mine to work. One more let's just grab this whole shebang here. It. Alright, and right, I think I'm off. Yeah. so much of your problem is going to be spacing. So much of the things that you're going to have to tweak and fix and worry about, it's going to be spacing in your configuration. So just get used to it. A lot of times it's just one of the first things that I check when I make a mistake. Let's see what that spacing looks like. So I've used this conditional card before, and it was in just the most extremely complex way, um, where I used it for a circle sensor card. I don't even know if I still have that card in my setup. Let's see. It's a card that I really love. It says I might. I really think that may just be a bunch of hex files that I've had from a previous setup. And I can't get too deep into this because I don't know what the sham heck is going on. And for reasons like that, why I don't want to start moving stuff and ruining my setup. Let's check the www. Ooh, I got it. Hmm. Purple circle center card. So let's see this. See if we can potentially make this the card in our condition. And let's let the entity be that bar dot. It's just Ashley Home. Once again, if you can help me figure out how not to ever make this whole situation pop up again, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, my statuses for that. In a way that works. Let's say that. Use here. And let's grab person.ashley. So that goes out. Let's see. Fingers crossed, but I think we're gonna hit a couple snags here. Let's inspect it. Ooh, I have something coming up like right there. Picking up anything? Let's see what side we have this set to. Ooh, I broke something. Okay, here's my thing. So that's something there. All right, so it's popped up. Doesn't really do me any good right now. So that doesn't do anything. Let's see what else is there. Sensor card. Sorry about that. Let's see what we can get the circle sensor card to do within that. All right, let's just grab the whole little set here. Copy all of it. Paste it in. Let's get everything tabbed. Right now I'm trying to see exactly what that circle sensor card can do for me in this situation. And I think what I had it set to before, what I think I want to have it set to this time also, is my battery state. So I've got my sensor here for my iPhone battery level. Which is all the way incorrect because it's somehow at 100%. Minus 4%. And I don't have any attributes here. Or here. I don't know if I need to show the max. So this was what determines whether this shows or not. So my conditional card says, hey, if Ashley is home, then show her battery level. But let's try, because I'm sitting right here as of now, not charging. Let's go with if I am not charging. Let's show the battery level. And I'm literally on the other side, on the other page over here, just copying um, from that states in the developer tools. Let's come over here. Instead of having home, let's go not charging. Let's fingers crossed and hope that this all does not implode on me. Yeah, style 50/50, just so it's sitting right there in the middle of the page. When we attempt to reload this all. Yes! Success! Look at that, look at that. So, just for the sake of argument, let's hop over here and go change that state from I think I messed around and closed all my windows. Restore. So I'm gonna pull it up. Set it here. And get this one back up. So this is the one that actually went up. All right. So automatically, when I plug my phone in and my state goes from not charging to charging, this will pop up or go away. And so it's not exactly what I want inside or all that. I actually there's some other things to edit here, like my color stops. I'm not really sure. Let's see. My little brother's part of the Texas Ranger organization now. So hop into a new incognito window. Why in my incognito window can you still see my bookmarks? But nonetheless, what I want, I don't know what these colors are first. I've got no clue. Let's get a good green in here. To refresh. I don't really want a font on the inside. Oh, oh, there's my color. Stop just screaming. I don't really want text on the inside. I think if I look in here, thought it gave me some options to do it without text, but I guess not. Looks like they had a fill color option. And it is RGBA. Okay. Color swap, we got style, that gradient being true. I don't want 50% to be red. I want 20%. I actually like that darker burnt orange kind of color. Um, I think the other red should work. Let's see, let's see. Fingers crossed. That's the other thing I kind of hate. Just waiting for things to load. I'm wondering why, if it's saying 100%, that this is not closing all the way. Even though I'm definitely not at 100%. I also realize the more things I kind of add on to this, the longer this UI is going to take to pop up. Mm. That is why my maximum was 120 instead of 100. Minimum was 30. Let's refresh it. There we go. Now my circle closes all the way. And let's see. What other options do we have on that card? You can select and do a good bit with this. I really do love this card. I love the look of it, and I think this is pretty much the same thing that I did with it in some of my other setups, was use it for my battery percentage. Can I get that text out of there? Hmm. Show card. It doesn't render as a card. How else does it render? Which sometimes when they have like custom options like that, I know some people do, but it tells you exactly what those custom options means. I wonder if show card means like with this little background or whatever. If I put name to none, let's see. Oh, it's not the name of it that I'm looking at. Let's just see. Nope. I just don't want that 100 to be on the inside. And I thought it would take care of it when I took that font style out, but it did not. All right, well, even with that, we both, well, I was going to say we both know what comes next, but we do not. Um, so that is actually not what I needed as my conditional. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to have that as a conditional. But what comes next for me is instance of state filter color. Image element, image, state image, state filter. Yep, that's what I wanted. So I wish that they just had like a little button off to the side here that said example, and when you clicked on it, it just brought you straight to that example. Um, note on element attributes. And once again, I'm just snatching this. If you've seen my configuration setups before, you'll kind of have an idea of where I'm going with this. If you haven't, then this one's pretty cool. That's spaced out right. But not here. don't want to tap action on this. In the image, if I'm not mistaken, thought that when you assign yourself an image at the beginning of this, it gets saved. So my images. Oh, nope, that ain't it either. Let's see here. I just don't want to have to add a picture if I can just get the URL to a picture that's already saved on my Home Assistant. I've just got to figure out where that picture is saved. That's all I'm doing, clicking around over here. Without kind of exposing my whole entire screen to you guys. Yep. All right. So if we go into states, and you're gonna see all my info anyway. But damn it, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to show you guys that or not. Oh crap. Let's see if it works for me to copy that. Image. No, state image. I want filter one to be home and the other one to be away. And let's just copy this. Paste it here. And the brightness. Let's drop that down to 70. And the saturation, let's say 50. And this right here was sitting at 50-50, right? So we're going to set this at 50-50 too. It's a width of whatever. Let's go 7 pixels. Let's save. Hit refresh and see how good or bad we are. Oh, we are not sitting bad actually. So I wish that was circular. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Should be able to add a border radius of 50%. Fingers crossed. Sounds like my voice is doubtful. It's because my voice is doubtful. Um, and then I want this on top. So sometimes what you put on top is what renders first, and then sometimes what you put on top is not what renders first. So this situation I think is a not. So I'm just putting that picture down at the bottom. And yes. So this will end up sliding right in there. I really wish I knew how to make this into a card. If I knew how to make it into a card, then I would do that and then just reuse that card most of the time. But I have absolutely no clue how to code all that. So in the meantime, I think I want to just make this bigger. So let's go 85 and 85. Pixels there. May even need to boost that up to 100. Just so I can start working my way backwards because that one was not enough. I'm on here for maybe another 15-20 minutes before I hop off. I've got a couple other obligations to go take care of. There we go. When I hit that hard refresh, it got bigger. And as you can see, when I put the configuration or the coding for my picture under the circle sensor card, the picture came above the circle sensor card. So here we go. We have one other thing to take a look at. And I'll get it pulled up here. I'm going to take a peek at var Ashley Home. I want to see what that picture does when I turn that to away. And no, honestly, yeah, that happened so quickly. That adjustment is so automatic that I won't be able to do it that way. That's one of the great things about that var component is it does update immediately. So I just tried to set it to away, but it immediately checks all the conditions that I have in for it And if all those conditions are valid, then it's going to change itself back to whatever the right configuration is for it. So I think it's person Ashley that I have. And let's just set this to away. And yep. So when I'm away, as you can see, my picture is going to fade out. When I'm home, set that state with a lowercase h on home. I need to go through and just make that universal. Yep, when I'm home, it's going to come back to light. And I've got all that looking great. The only thing that's left to do is just match these two up, which once again is not the fun part. Definitely not the fun part. Let's just close all that. Yeah, the only thing that sucks is this still may be off. Once I open this back up. But just for the kicks of this, let's go top 45, left 45 here, refresh, we're getting close. Top 40, left 40, a little too far, both. I'm so close. It's like one or two things off here. I guess this one right here, maybe that 45. Looking at probably as close as we're gonna get it that way. Hmm. Let's see here. So yeah, this is all gonna be so relative. And I have no clue how to just get these two things to add up where they sit perfect in every single view. But I'm gonna just move this over to the other side so I can have this in a full view. Well, I'll take a look and see what has me so off. But there we go on that circle sensor card. I think I may want to increase the width on that one too. Start getting into half percents here. Trying to get things lined up the way I want them. All right, that looks probably about as close to right as I'm probably gonna get. I'll probably become a crazy perfectionist and fiddle with this for a little bit more. But essentially, I think this is pretty cool. Only thing I may do is come in. Let's see that stroke width. Let's see what it looks like at something outrageous like a 20. The bigger you get it, I guess the more centered your item starts to feel here. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is the card I put that pulse on. That was pretty sweet. Let's see. Hmm. I always forget what this is about, but keyframes, that's what it's called in animation. And man, God knows this is something I don't often or always get right. So some people with this just put all of their animations like here. I'm not sure how that works. Not sure if I'm about to spend tonight figuring out how that works. But one moment, we can see. Does that need to be within its own view? I don't know. Let's see some of these. I love to just see people come up with some cool stuff. All the way up to the top. Yeah, this is one that I was taking a peek at the other day. So just some pretty cool movements. This markdown card, I think that's one of the things I was looking for here. Hmm. I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the place. But when I see something that I think I'm looking for, how it's set up there. Yeah, see something out. Give me a second here. I may have just broken some stuff. Yep. While scanning for your next token. Oh, that's from not that. That's from this, which is completely understandable for me. Need to go fix. Let's just take all that out. Save and let's try this again. Get that marked down card. It works for me. Well, I think this is actually where I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I know I usually stop in weird spots, but yeah, this is just me and how I work on my setup. We didn't do a whole lot today. We got this set up and going. Um, took a look at how automations work here, potentially changing up the way that I do things. So I may build a full UI on like just the home page and then use a conditional card to flip through what actually renders in these spaces. And just for common rooms, so like living room, kitchen, those places, and like weather and things like that have all that kind of render here. So just press here and then weather shows up. Press here and then the AC control shows up. Press here and then select from the room options and then controls for that room shows up. Press here, the alarm thing shows up. I think I'm just gonna make all these pop-up cards. That would be just sweet. Have this be blank and then just have all these be pop-up cards. And then that way I can completely configure the pop-up card in a script with all of the coding in it, and then have an automation for like a tap action call that script up, and that pop-up card gets revealed. Um, with like an X in the side or something like here, so you can minimize that pop-up card. But those are all just kind of things that I'm thinking about and possibly looking forward to in the next couple of weeks. So other than that, we're leaving off with a broken markdown card. Not much changing on the UI, but a different little plan to go into. Um, I think our error here is coming from the cloud being down and kind of messed up right now. So if you have any suggestions for an alternative um, for weather, then let me know, and I'll have to look into it. I think that may be kind of better off for me. It's just to find an alternative weather app thing. But other than that, I think when we come back, we'll be taking a look at these keyframes. I may play around with it for a little while to see if I can get it to work. But yeah, if you guys see anything you like or have any kind of critiques for me, then let me know in the comments. And once again, shout out to the person who told me about this this software that I'm using right now. that allows me to kind of have this secondary screen over here. So you guys don't see kind of some of the stuff that I've been doing in the background like you were able to the other couple of weeks. So this space desk, awesome suggestion. Happy I took that suggestion. And yeah, I'll see you guys another time.